spring. Mushrooms grow in a fairy ring. Little toadstools, brown and white, reappear in the pale moonlight. Spring is here, now it's spring. Fairies dance all in a ring. Spring is here, now it's spring. Fairies dance all in a spring is here, now it's spring. Fairies dance all in a ring. Spring is here, now it's spring. Fairies dance in a fairy ring.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm the Story Fairy, and this is my friend Dusty the Dragon.
Hi, boys and girls. Hi, Story Fairy.
Hi, Dusty. Well, Dusty, it's such a beautiful day in the forest today. I thought we might just do something different.
Different? How different?
Well, you know how you're always talking about food
Yeah,
and treats?
yeah.
Well, today I thought we'd read a book about chocolate. You like chocolate, don't you, Dusty?
Oh, I love chocolate, Story Fairy.
Boys and girls, I'm sure you love chocolate too, don't you?
I just have to make sure I don't eat too much of it.
That's right.
Yeah, look at my tummy. Look at my teeth.
Well, I have a beautiful book today to read with you, Dusty, to the boys and girls, and it's called I Love Chocolate.
Oh.
It's by
Do I ever-
David Kelly and illustrated by Evelyn Davidi. Are you ready, Dusty?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready, boys and girls, to find out all about chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I love chocolate?
I can tell you
Why,
why I love
Dusty?
chocolate.
Why do you love
Because
chocolate?
it's yummy and it tastes good. And it's sweet. And it's sticky and gooey.
Those are all good answers, all good reasons to love chocolate. Well, the little boy in the story says, I love chocolate bars because they crunch between my teeth. And I love ooey gooey chocolates because they melt in my mouth.
Yum.
I love chocolates when it's full of surprises. You have to take a bite to find out what's inside.
You know, sometimes life is like a box of chocolates. And
That's
I love surprises too.
Almonds, caramel, nougat, vanilla cream, and best of all, cherries.
Oh, I love cherries too.
Oh, I
what a
thought you
combination.
did. I thought you did, Dusty. I love chocolate because it even looks yummy. Bittersweet, semi-sweet, milk, dark. Hey, this isn't chocolate.
No, it isn't. What is it?
I don't know what he's looking at down there, but I guess he has realized that it isn't chocolate. I love chocolate because it reminds me of milk. I know, let's share.
Sharing is a very good idea.
And look at the little boy in the story. He's got chocolate, Dusty, all over his mouth. And his little friend has, I think it's milk all over her mouth, either that or white chocolate.
Boy. Reminds me of when I eat. I'm kind of a messy eater.
I love chocolate because it makes bad times better. Like when someone needs cheering up after a bad day at school. When the TV's on the blink. When people get angry. Or when friends don't seem to care.
Or after a hard day in the forest.
A hard day in the forest? You
Yeah.
have hard days in the forest, Dusty. When you're bored at a football game. When someone at daycare gets to your favorite toy car first. When you've been benched. When you're scared of the dark. Oh, look at this little boy in the story. He looks scared in the dark, but he's got his chocolate bar in his hand.
I don't like the dark too much either, Story Fairy.
When you get chocolate smears on your best pants. I love chocolate because it makes every day a celebration. On Monday, because school starts. On Tuesday, when you've made a new friend, and these little boys in the story here are calling themselves Chocolate Brothers.
Wow.
Look at that.
And they're sharing too, I bet.
And they are sharing. On Wednesday, because you gave your heart. And the little boy in the story says, "Want to be my girlfriend?" On Thursday, because you made peace. On Friday, because you made a hurt less. On Saturday, because you owned up to breaking Mom's favorite pot.
Oh boy.
Oh
yes.
dear.
Be nice to Mom when you get into trouble
But
like
you know
that.
what? He told the truth, so I think that's a very special thing. That was very good.
Exactly.
And on Sunday, because you made Dad feel better when he couldn't find a place to park. I love chocolate because there are so many ways to enjoy it. What's your chocolate eating style? Are you a dainty chocolate dabbler or a monster muncher?
That's me.
Yum. And look at that big piece of cake the little boy's trying to fit into his mouth, Dusty.
Well, you
I'm
could fit a huge piece of cake in this mouth, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Are you a messy chocolate musher
Yep.
or a neat nibbler?
Nope.
Do you eat chocolate by the handful
Yep.
or one at a time?
Nope.
Or do you play tug of chocolate with your best friend?
Yep.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Why do I love chocolate? Because it makes my mouth happy, my tummy happy, and my heart happy.
Story Fairy, did you know that doctors are saying that a little bit of dark chocolate is actually good for you?
Yes,
it's healthy for you and your heart.
I've heard that, Dusty.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mother is bending over, offering the little boy a chocolate, and she says, "Chocolate?"
You know, Story Fairy, the only hard part about loving chocolate is eating too much, and I get a tummy ache.
Well, you shouldn't eat too much of anything, Dusty, and that's the secret about having a treat.
I know. Sometimes it's hard for me to control myself.
Well, treats are usually for special times and just a little bit at a time. But you know what, Dusty and boys and girls, I think I know a magical place that we could go visit today that I think everybody would love to see. You know where that is?
Oh, tell me, Story Fairy. Where?
I think we should go to Mordens Chocolate.
Oh boy. See, they have tons and tons and tons of chocolate there.
And we can see how some chocolates are made.
I can't wait.
So are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ever so ready.
Let's go on a
Yay.
chocolate adventure.
Boy.
Well, we're at Mordens Chocolates this afternoon with owner Fred Morden. And Fred, can you tell us a little bit about your business, how long you've been in business here in Winnipeg?
Sure. We've been in business for 53 years now.
So Fred, can you tell us what we're going to be making today?
Well, we're going to make some sugar toasted peanuts.
Yum.
And then we're going to make some chocolate covered jujubes. And I'm going to show you actually how we make everything from scratch.
A sweet lesson in chocolate.
Yes.
Yum, I can't wait. You know, whenever you're working with food, you have to practice safe hygiene. That's why I'm wearing gloves and this hairnet. Although I am missing hair.
Okay, Dusty, we're making sugar toasted peanuts, okay? So we got to throw these peanuts in right now because we got to make sure they cook, okay?
How many pounds of peanuts you got there, Fred?
Oh, there's about 30 pounds altogether.
Fred, who's going to shell 30 pounds of peanuts?
Oh, they're shelled when we get them. They come all the way from China.
Oh, okay.
These are the extra large Chinese jumbo peanuts. So we got to move these around so they don't stick together. No, they're really, really hot though. That's about 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a serious burn.
Yes, very serious.
Dusty, what are you doing up there?
Hey, Story Fairy, I found tons and tons of chocolates up here. I'm in heaven.
Dusty, get down from there. Okay, Dusty, what we're doing here is we're going to put chocolate on top of these jujubes. So they're going to be chocolate-covered jujubes by the time they're finished, okay?
Whoa. So, okay, I love jujubes as they are, but you're putting chocolate on them too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's a double whammy. It's a double whammy.
Boy, oh boy. How
Okay.
long does this process take?
This will take about 3 hours.
3 hours.
But I'm going to show you how we do it, and then I'm going to show you the finished product, okay?
Okay.
And then you can sample one maybe.
Really?
Now, Dusty, just remember when you're sampling goodies to not sample too many because you don't want to get a sore tummy, right, Fred?
That's right.
I'll try my best. I can't guarantee anything though. Boy, oh boy, I've never seen so many jujubes in all my life. Wow. Boy, these look good. Oh. If I had hands that worked. Oh, furry. Oh, oh. Oh, boy.
So, Fred, can you tell us how many different varieties of chocolates you make here?
Oh yeah, we make approximately 70 different varieties of chocolates, nuts, brittles, crisps, you name it. We
Easy,
can make
Dusty.
it. You name it, Dusty. We can make it.
70 different kinds. How am I supposed to get all through all that, Fred?
One at a time, just like I do.
Patience, patience.
Yes.
Not one of my virtues, Fred.
Be $11,599.96.
I forgot my wallet at home. Can you help me out here?
$11,599.96, Dusty. If Fred takes pixie dust, maybe. Bye, Fred. Bye, girls.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for the goodies and the conveyor belt ride.
Bye, Stadler. Bye, Dusty.
Well, Dusty, here we are back at the story tree, ready to make that sweet treat I promised you when we were at Mordens.
What kind of treat story, Fairy?
Well, we are going to chocolate dip some bananas, some oranges, some pretzels, and strawberries. And we are going to dip them into some beautiful, lovely, melted dark chocolate.
From
right
Mordens?
here. Yes. And some white chocolate that's already been melted and ready to dip.
Yum, 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 yum.
So are you ready?
Oh, am I ever.
So what would you like to see me dip first then, Dusty?
How about the orange?
Okay, so I have some orange that is mandarin orange.
Christmas oranges.
Christmas oranges, they're out right now. And just gonna give that a little tilt. And I'm gonna place it on my parchment paper firstly so it can harden. So I'll put that little piece right there. What's the next thing you'd like to see dipped?
Strawberry.
A strawberry, good choice. Well, I think I'm going to do something fancy with this strawberry, Dusty. I'm going to dip part of it in the dark chocolate, just like that. Does that look ooey and gooey enough for you?
Uh-huh.
Just like in our storybook, I Love Chocolate.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's do something fancy and let's put a little drizzle of white chocolate on top of that.
Uh-huh. See, I was afraid you were going to double dip it.
Well, it's sort of like double dipping it, but maybe just giving it a little white chocolate design here. So,
Neat.
okay. I'm just going to put this one right in the middle of our plate so it can
Put it in the middle of my mouth,
dry.
Story Fairy. Boy, that
Oh,
looks
I'm
good.
sure it's going to end up in the middle of your mouth pretty soon, Dusty. And what would you like to see next?
Banana.
A banana. Okay. Well, bananas are really healthy. And we did talk about having a chocolate treat and remembering to do something after we have all that
Lie down.
ooey gooey chocolate. Well,
Lie down and rest.
lie down and rest. I don't think it was that. Putting it here on the parchment paper again, just so that it hardens a bit before I put it on my plate.
So, what am I supposed to do after I eat the chocolate?
Well, you tell me, Dusty. What are you supposed to do after you eat the chocolate?
Eat more chocolate?
Well, when you're all finished eating your chocolate treat that I promised you could have today, we talked also about remembering to remind the boys and girls at home as well to brush their teeth. You remember that?
Right.
I'm just going to put this
Good
up on the
idea.
plate. And there you go. A healthy fruit with a nice sweet little treat. That is a nice thing to have every now and then.
Smells pretty good too, Story Fairy.
Hey, how about some more pretzels?
Yeah. Ooh, I love the smell of chocolate. I like the taste even better.
Well, Dusty almost put that one in your nose.
Not a good place for chocolate.
No. Here's another banana.
Oh boy.
And I think we should do some more strawberries because these strawberries are so plump and juicy and they're full of vitamin C.
Story Fairy, I'm so hungry I can hardly stand it.
Well, I might let you lick the spoon when we're all done, Dusty.
Oh boy. Oh, will you please?
There you go. There's another dipped strawberry right there.
Yum.
Dip a few more of these because they're just so juicy and really liking to have a bath in chocolate. How about a few more bananas?
Absolutely.
There we go. You know, chocolate would be really fun to paint with as well. I think if you had some melted chocolate left over from dipping the fruit, you could paint a chocolate picture.
Story Fairy, why'd you paint some chocolate under my nose?
You really want me to do that, Dusty?
Yes.
I think I'll just let you lick the spoon. How would that be?
Okay, I'll be as patient as I can, but I can hardly wait here.
There you go. There's just a little bit more before we have to melt this again. Well, boys and girls and Dusty, I hope you enjoyed our chocolate adventure today, and I know Dusty's going to have fun having his way with these pretzels and bananas and oranges and strawberries. And I'm sure if you asked your mums and dads and you wanted to have a special treat, they would have a little chocolate for you to dip some fruit in. Always ask your moms or dads or an adult to help do that because chocolate can be pretty hot when it's melted. And you got your eye on one, do you?
I got my eye on a whole bunch of them, I'll tell you.
Well, Dusty, just because you were so patient and you had such a good time and really paid attention to what you're going to be doing afterward, which is brushing your...
My teeth, and I'll
Yes.
floss them too.
And you'll
Yep.
floss them.
And I'll rinse and gargle and spit.
This one is for you right now.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what?
What?
I think after you have this this pretzel right here with the chocolate on it,
Yeah.
after you have this pretzel right here with the chocolate on it, I think what we should do is read this chocolate pretzel. Is we should read a story about a little girl that wanted to dip everything in chocolate. And you know what it's called?
No.
Chocolatina.
Would she dip dragons in chocolate?
We'll find out. But in the meantime, enjoy your chocolate pretzel.
Yum! Boy, that's good for her. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well, Dusty, wasn't that a fun time this afternoon, dipping all those goodies in chocolate for the boys and girls?
Boy, oh boy, Story Fairy, it sure was. But you know, it was even more fun eating them after. But after all the goodies we had at Mordens and all the goodies we ate here, I think I had too much chocolate today.
You did have a lot of chocolate, Dusty, and so I thought we would just have one last treat.
Boy.
And we could share it with the boys and girls. And this treat, though, is a story about chocolate.
Really?
In fact, it's about a little girl, and the title is Chocolatina. It's by Eric Kraft and Denise Brunkus. And you know what, Dusty?
What's that, Story Fairy?
You can be a character in the story. How does that sound?
Yay! I love doing that.
So let's find out what happens in this story called Chocolatina. Tina loved chocolate more than anything in the world. She loved it more than birthdays, more than roller skating, and definitely more than dried fruit.
Like prunes and raisins and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone called her Chocolatina.
It's a funny name.
When Dad asked, "How would you like your eggs, Chocolatina?" Tina always said, "With a bowl of Choco Crunchies, please."
Yum.
When the lunch lady asked Tina, "What kind of milk would you like today, Chocolatina?" Tina always picked chocolate milk.
I know that. Yeah. I could guess that.
You could guess
yeah,
that.
I bet I knew that.
And when Mom said, "Tonight we have fruit salad for dessert," Tina covered hers with, guess what, Dusty?
Not yogurt.
Not yogurt.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Tina's health teacher, Mrs. Ferdman, hated chocolate and everything else that children liked.
You should only eat foods that are good for you.
She told the class. On special occasions like birthdays or full moons, guess what she gave them, Dusty?
Not chocolate, I bet.
No,
Prunes.
dried prunes.
Prunes. I guessed it right.
Mrs. Ferdman's favorite saying was,
You are what you eat.
and she would write it on the chalkboard and make the class repeat it every day at the end of class.
You are what you eat. You are what you eat. You are what you eat.
One day during this part of health class, Tina bit the ear off a chocolate bunny. Then she stood up and said, "I wish that were true." And that night, a strange thing happened. When Tina woke up, she felt all stiff. She went downstairs and looked in the mirror. Immediately, she saw why. "I've turned into chocolate," she cried. "Whatever you say, Chocolatina dear," said her mother from behind her newspaper. "Now hurry up and eat your breakfast or you'll miss the bus."
Don't want to miss the bus to school. Don't want to be late.
That's right.
It's a good thing to be on time, isn't it, Story Fairy?
It sure is. When Tina got on the school bus, everyone gasped. "Do you mind if we don't sit together today, Chocolatina?" her best friend Patty asked. "My mom will ground me if I get chocolate on my new shirt." After a lonely bus ride, Tina was glad to be in spelling class, her favorite subject. But her first word in the spelling bee was cocoa. And she got so frustrated, guess what, Dusty?
What?
She spelled it wrong.
No way. Cocoa's an easy word to spell.
How do you think you spell it?
C-O-O-C-O-O.
No. That's cuckoo. Cocoa.
I know, Story Fairy.
You want to try
I
it again?
tricked you.
Try it again.
What?
To spell cocoa?
Okay. C-O-C-O-A.
That's right, Dusty.
Yep.
I'm so proud. You've been practicing your spelling too.
Mm-hmm.
At lunchtime, Jimmy Mulrooney tried to bite off one of Tina's elbows.
Ow.
"I just want a dessert," he told the principal. Recess was horrible. Tina was too stiff to run or jump, so she had to stand and watch everyone else have fun. When it was time to go back in, her feet melted to the pavement, to the hot pavement. The other children had to carry her back inside. Worst of all, it was time for health class.
Yikes. Uh-oh. Facing Mrs. Ferdman.
Mrs. Ferdman made Tina stand at the front of the classroom.
Didn't I tell you, class? What have I always said?
"You are what you eat," said the children.
That's right. See me after class, Tina.
When everyone else had left, Mrs. Ferdman began to laugh.
I hoped this would happen. I hoped you wouldn't listen to me. I'd hope you turn into a chocolate girl. Do you know why?
Why? Asked Tina, who was shaking so hard she thought she might crumble into a pile of chocolate chips.
Because I love chocolate better than anything.
Shouted Mrs. Ferdman. She grabbed Tina, opened her mouth wide, and went straight for Tina's right ear.
Yeah!
Just then the principal walked in. Mrs. Ferdman! I was wondering, Mrs. Ferdman, what on earth are you doing?
I thought she was a prude.
Said Mrs. Ferdman. The principal walked Mrs. Ferdman outside, and she was never seen at the school again. That night, safe at home in her bed, Tina cried a little chocolate syrup tear. I wish I could be a normal girl again, she whispered. And when she woke up, that was just what she was. Hooray, she cried. I'll never eat chocolate again. Hurry up and eat your breakfast, dear, or you'll miss the bus, called Tina's mother. On the table was a giant bowl of Tina's favorite super chocolatey cereal. I'll never eat chocolate again, said Tina. Starting tomorrow. And she ate it all up.
Well, Story Fairy, you know what? That just goes to show you have to be careful what you wish for sometimes.
That's right. And that was an awful lot of chocolate that Chocolate Tina ate every day, didn't she?
Sure was.
So, although it was just a story, it was a sweet story and lots of fun, wasn't it, Dusty?
Yes, but for people who eat lots of chocolate like that, you know what they have to do, Story Fairy.
That's right. They have to brush their teeth.
And floss them too.
And floss them. And you know, Dusty, I think this would be a really good time for you to go and brush your teeth and floss them too.
Yes, I must take care of all 7 of my teeth so that I can have them for the next 1,000 years of my life.
That's right. And so you know what, Dusty? I think it's time we say goodbye, and you know what that means.
Yes, I do, Story Fairy.
It's time for the fairy promise. So boys and girls at home, and Dusty, you too, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise
I promise
to be kind to others
to be kind to others
with my words,
with my words,
to always recycle
to always recycle
and feed the birds,
and feed the birds,
to see the magic all around,
to see the magic all around,
both in the sky
both in the sky
and on the ground.
and on the ground.
If I do these
If I do these
and other things,
and other things,
I will always hear
I will always hear
the whisper of wings.
the whisper of wings.
And now you're all honorary friends of the fairy, and Dusty the dragon too.
Yay!
See you next time when we go on another magical adventure.
Bye, everybody!
Bye for now.